Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Miss Criticizer 2021. Happy New Year all. So, I just read on the blogs that the popular Bachelorette Rachel Lindsay and her husband Bryan are getting a divorce. And I read that he was the one that filed. Now, if some of you that don't know Rachel was from the 21st season of The Bachelor. I think it was Nick's season. And she actually made it very, very far. She was a fan favorite, so hence why she was awarded her own spin-off on The Bachelorette. She was also the first black Bachelorette. And I've watched that season. I'm not going to lie, I've watched the entire season. It was a good season. I felt that there was another man that was perfect for her on that season, but unfortunately, that didn't work. There was another guy she actually genuinely wanted, but we could see that he was not ready to give her the ring. Even though she had chemistry with Bryan, he eventually managed to give her the ring. So once the show ended, I've moved on with my life. I have not been following her. I've seen her on an MTV show, and I also see that she has a podcast, and she's doing very, very well. She's basically a media personality. And Bryan, he is still and that he's a chiropractor from Miami. And so, I've seen a couple of photos from them on Instagram that they're still together, after these 4 years. And I said, wow, this is very, very commendable. They're doing well, they're okay. And that's the image we got on Instagram. And judging by the track record of The Bachelorette, we have not seen any lasting relationship come out of that show. I've seen, I think, the season with Bill and the other lady, I forgot her name. They had an on and off toxic relationship, but then they were just off. So I feel like Rachel's one. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I've only watched a couple of seasons from The Bachelorette. Rachel is the only one that has been successful in a relationship. Look at the duration, 4 years marriage. But now a report is coming that they've been living separate lives. They've been living separate lives. I mean, she lives in LA, he lives in Miami. I'm not sure if he moved to Los Angeles to be with her, but they've been basically living separate lives. And now he's the one who has filed for divorce, and now allegedly he's asking for spousal support. And you know how I feel when a man asks a woman about spousal support. I get triggered. I mean, Mel B had to pay ex-husband of hers. Mary J. Blige had to pay that ex-husband of hers, Wendy Williams, too. So you know how I feel about it. And this couple, they don't have children. I hope that she doesn't have to pay him a dime. I don't care what happened, whose fault it is. He's the one who filed for divorce. So he should not even get anything. Now, again, I am not in the relationship. Ever since I've watched the show, I have not been following them like that. I just came across this story and I'm like, oh, I'm shocked. Yes, and like I said, I'm shocked they even lasted long, 4 years, because again, the track record of The Bachelorette, most of them don't last long. I think the only ones that have been together are the ones from season 1. And it just brings me back to ask this, because you guys know that I've been reviewing Love Island. I'm a sucker for dating shows. I've watched most dating shows. I just ask myself that, when it comes to the first seasons of such a show, the love is genuine, because the show doesn't really get that much hype. But down the line, everybody wants to go on it. It's one of the most popular dating show in the USA. I think, if not, it's the most popular dating show. And you have a lot of high profile men, and again, they're there to just show their profile, you know, to advertise, maybe open more business ventures, use the show as a platform to grow their following. So you think of all these things and you're thinking like, you just think like, is the love ever going to be genuine? And you have to put yourself on this show to get to know all these guys, emotionally connect with them, and then you get so far. You're still in a love bubble. The way they present themselves on the show is not how it will be in real life. Like I said, I don't know what happened. I feel it's commendable that they lasted this long. But if they were really living separate lives, then what was the point? I hope that this divorce will just be as smooth as possible, that it doesn't get ugly. I don't know what type of assets they have together. I don't know what he contributed for him to ask spousal support. Was he an executive producer of her podcast? Was he a manager? You just ask these things. But yeah, that's just my honest opinion about this thing. I don't really know how this is going to be, but I just hope this divorce is not going to take ages. It's not going to take as long as, you know, the marriage. Yeah, it's just sad to hear this, you know. Again, how people present themselves on social media is just different. We'll see how it plays out. Anyway, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you. Mwah. Bye bye.